Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. And the Mustangs will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bass. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Houston's offense takes the field. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, for these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Going to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. To throw, it's Thornton. Coming after it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Houston will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Slips through the line. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Mustangs offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Now on first down from the 40. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell him gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, SMU. Lining up to add another. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Stark. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Irvin. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. He wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Mustangs are threatening in the red zone. Looking for room. It's short. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Lost, the defense is wide open. Touchdown Mustangs! Reeled it in and just made the house call. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Stark. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Houston offense once again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick. And
got a lot of running room. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He leaves it with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Thornton. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Houston will be forced to punt. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First down to start the drive after the bridge. 45. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Mustangs look to keep this drive humming. He's going to pass. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it down first and goal. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just have to.
And it's slipped out. He picks it up, still on his feet. The Cougars headed quickly to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Going over the top. That's why and it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Back to throw, it's Thornton. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground with the 41.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The play action fake. They're trying to get to it. He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They knock him down right there.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the ground game. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It is perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Oklahoma State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Pistol Pete isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over UTEP. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds his big tight end. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. From the gun, give on the inside. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
On second down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Going up top on first down. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown Mustangs. And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
SMU 28, Houston 3.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the Cougars racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Second down coming up.
Looking downfield, it's Thornton. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt. They'll get down and put a stop for this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to it. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the 22 on 1st and 10.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Getting some heat. Makes the catch. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, SMU. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all of them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
He'll bring it out. It's fast. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll give it to the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll open the second half with a run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Mustangs are on the move.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. They'll leave it with him. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Mustangs! And the punishment has been extended. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They march 78 yards down the field, and they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be dragged down. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Houston will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the returner will be brought down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Complete downfield. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Strong, firm tackle.
And how about the true freshman trusting him down near the goal line, down near the red area to give him the football? And listen, you know he wants to punch one in. Been talked about a lot, a high recruit, everybody's singing his praises. He wants to get in that end zone and hear his name called one time.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it out. It's fast. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Looking to pass. It's Thornton. Got his man. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. The Cougars get the first down.
Man, I do not want a guy that advance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
Extending the play. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
We don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Line gets set, first down. He'll try the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Mustangs decide to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
To the air. It's Thornton. Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Trying to find his man on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Ready to fire from the pistol. He wants to throw it again. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll pull it down. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Houston will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. He leaves it with his back. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Try to get it on the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Probably the only people upset about going for it on fourth down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Now when you've got a running back like that, he just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on fourth down.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. And the Mustangs get enough for the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
The give, and he's looking for room behind the left tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job, great in the loss on first down.
Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Touch pass on the run. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The Mustangs with the 1st and 10. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, SMU.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, SMU.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll give it to him again. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they
I should say. Yeah, you got it.
Second most
You
he's
gotta
scored
worry
in
when
any
next
quarter
time.
this season. Monday
Not the
halftime
tennis
report
game.
coming up with the link to Stephen A., Bob Myers, Udonis Haslem. Mavs by 23 at halftime of the play-in.
If you're planning on all getting together,
I'm gonna be waiting.
why stay in hotel rooms and not be together? Get an Airbnb and actually get together.
So yeah, it's nice. It's cute. Other sausage brands use non-meat filler. That's just not good. Keep it real, people, and keep it juicy. The tour's gonna be 7 hours?
What's going on here?
You should go learn more about Seattle.
Oh, so that's it.
Michaels helps turn your ideas into ideas. Refresh your patio with decor from $5 this spring at Target.
I'm gonna take on
Synergy, the real kombucha.
Not yet. What's that?
Innovation changes everything. 1 ETF, 100 innovators rethinking the world. Before investing carefully, read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
When you need comfort, bring out the Bob.
Nisha just a couple days. Last minute packing won't be the worst thing in the world.
Streaming
It's-
big, brought to you
it's
by
only a
Rocket,
couple
because
days, so
Klay
last minute packing
Thompson,
will be the worst thing.
16 points here in the second quarter. He has been a one-man show, UD.
This is Vince's Klay Thompson. This is why they brought him to Dallas, and this is what everybody's been waiting on. He's feeling good, he's looking good, and they're playing good.
You know this man well.
I mean, I've seen this a little bit. Wrong jersey, though, Klay. I saw him do it in a different jersey.
One of the greatest shooters in the history of basketball, a four-time champion, a surefire First Valley Hall of Famer, showing you, reminding you exactly who the hell he is.
And
He's trying to make the playoffs.
lifting his team in this play-in game. We're going to break it all down here in 60 seconds. We'll see you on the other side.
You don't have nothing to do
Target
while while you're at school.
The only topical pain reliever with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact to target tough pain at the source for up to 8 hours of powerful relief. Add Target in relative.
Subway's got a new meal of the day. Chips and a drink for just $6.99. Or if you're big hungry, make it a footlong for only $3 more. Huh, big hungry. Is that a thing? That should be a thing. Find your fresh, the all-new $6.99 meal of the day at Subway.
Yeah, I'm still holding. If my AC company had agent force, the powerful AI from Salesforce, AI agent would have flagged the issue and automatically helped me find
That's
some
your
more
color.
service. What? Wow, you are moist. Why don't you get an appointment? It just magically showed up. Agent force, sir. Huh. You guys ain't cold air kid now. Agent force helps manufacturers prevent appliance designers. It's what AI is meant to be.
Welcome to NBA Halftime, presented by Hyundai.
Y'all, last time I checked, I am not Beyonce, but I am having deja vu, because wasn't it 70s to 47, and this time it's 48 in this game? We've seen this movie before. This time it's the Dallas Mavericks that are pummeling the Kings here in this one. Stephen A., what have you seen in this first half?
I see a Sacramento Kings team that didn't show up to compete. That's what I see. I see a team
Well-
that didn't do what they're supposed to be doing right now. And I'm looking at a Klay Thompson,
Our playoff
he's
is
a
gonna be
four-time
something
champion.
already.
I'm looking at him do his thing. Anthony Davis hits 5 shots thus far, and 5 of his 13 shots. I'm seeing them shoot 58%, 56% from the field, 50% from three-point range, and the Sacramento Kings looking as if they could care less about doing something about it.
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but this is a hard deficit to come back from. The Dallas Mavericks outscored Sacramento 44-19 in that last quarter. So if you're the Memphis Grizzlies and you're sitting at home watching this, what are you thinking here, Bob?
Okay, we're getting really quick, Malik.
Yeah.
Two home teams endure that. Your season is over.
Lose to end the quarter from the home crowd.
Giving up 71 points in the first half of this on your home court. On your home court to end your season. That's not just
That's the problem. Let's be honest here, guys. Not everybody wants to fight their way from the 10th spot.
Well, that's what it looks like.
It takes a different kind of savage.
I mean, that's
to
what
fight your way from the 10th spot because you know what's in front of you. You win one game, you got to win another. Then you got to go play the number 1 seed or the number 2 spot. Not everybody want that smoke, Bob. That's just
that's just the truth.
Yeah, it's totally true. But what I would say in response to that is this. A couple of years ago, they won in the 10th seed. They won the first round series. And yes, it was against the Golden State Warriors, who's just up the road from you. But the bottom line is, you saw a level of fight in the Sacramento Kings that had them incredibly popular.
Right.
You heard them. You saw the beat. And everybody was looking forward to Sacramento, seeing a home game Sacramento. That game 7 in Sacramento, you looked at all that.
And you're right.
You don't want to see them now.
And this is not a team that's less talented than that team. You can argue this Sac team is more talented.
I can't tell. You would. Exactly. And that's the problem, right? I can't tell from a talent perspective, and I can't tell from a coach perspective. I love Doug Christie as a person, but you know what? Mike Brown had him playing hard. I'm looking at these guys right now. I didn't expect to see you not look like you want to compete.
We got to give Dallas defense some credit. It's not all just Sacramento. Dallas got a lot of dogs out here. They're switching on the matchups. They're swarming Sabonis in the post. Every time you get the ball in the post, 3 or 4 guys in the way. He's not getting any of their guys. He's a lot of those there. Lively, gambling.
Let's give it a problem. Let me ask you a question. Can two things be true? Can what you say be absolutely on point, and we can still say we don't see a team that's looking like they could beat. We see a team that's looking like, damn, we don't really want to be here.
That's right.
That's all I'm saying.
It took me a while, but I'm going to answer your question.
Okay.
Memphis is sitting there going, Dallas is pretty good. And you know what Dallas has on their team? Champions. Yes. I don't want to play champions in a one-game or go-home series. And that's what Memphis looks like. If this one can hold that.
If you want to be a champion, you want to play champion.
Well, then they're gonna get them at home, and we'll see what they can do.
We have been hearing a whole lot about Dallas's defense and defense winning championships in the last 24 hours for this franchise. Defense is also proving maybe to win playing games. We're getting a larger sample size now, so just 2.5 quarters. Maybe it's more that we could be seeing of championship level basketball for the Mavericks here. DeMar DeRozan trying to will his team back into this one. It is an uphill climb here for the
He know he's getting under your skin.
This halftime is presented by the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 5. Visit Hyundai USA.
Putting people first. It's always been our thing. From the thousands of people who build our cars to the millions of people who depend on them. And right now, when affordability matters most, Hyundai is committed to keeping our prices the same, with no increase to MSRP. And not just on a few of our vehicles, all of them. That's the Hyundai way.
That was a new car, huh? Yep. Big L. Ellie? Call for a Big L, so now she's serving. Get it, girl. I meant my car. That is a big loss. Oh, you don't need an L. You need a W. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Just give State Farm a call. We'll get to work.
Excuse me, guys. The queen is already working here.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. New Chipotle Honey Chicken. Presented with pure honey and seared smoked peppers with fresh chicken hot off the grill. For Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet and a perfectly balanced sauce. Chipotle Honey Chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level.
This is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighter spirit. You run this, so hold it high. Look out, remarkable fighter.
Well, I was on my regular route when I find this note.
For no reason.
Brain rage.
Why you be on that bush?
FedEx presents Tall Tales of True Delivery.
Yeah, right.
So I grabbed the rings and hustled down the beach.
Ooh,
who has the rings.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I do.
Okay, say wedding, all set. Just another day on the job.
If this is what we did for love, see what we can do for your business. FedEx.
Imagine this is your family. You want to switch to T-Mobile, but you feel stuck.
She won't believe you.
Yeah. Switch your family to T-Mobile and they'll help pay off those old phones. Schnoodles! And you get 4 new iPhone 16s on there. I'm aware we're using puppies to tell you about T-Mobile's amazing deal, but the other guys are making you pay more. I don't think they have any puppies.
T-Mobile's Family Freedom, our lowest cost to switch, our biggest family savings. We'll give you new iPhone 16 on us, plus get 4 lines for $25 a line.
Shameless.
The NBA playoffs are here, and on the road to the NBA Finals, you don't want to miss a thing. Get in on the action with NBA Pick'em Bracket presented by Cash. Predict the winner of each match.
She's fine, but still, that's
The points you get, better get
sexual assault. Like, really?
If you nail that perfect bracket, you could win $1 million. Play NBA Pick'em Bracket Challenge for free today at NBA.com/bracket or on the NBA app. Pick, watch, win.
Welcome back to NBA Halftime, presented by Hyundai.
Let's take a look at tonight's electric moment brought to you by Hyundai. UD Tyler Hero putting on a show in Chicago. He finished with 38 points in this one.
Buzz Cut Hero is different. Came to play, led the offensive charge, Bam led the defensive charge, and you got contributions from the other guys.
Well, he started the game 8 of 8 here, Stephen A. And Klay Thompson doing his best impression starting 5 of 5.
Yes, he is. One of the greatest shooters in the history of the National Basketball Association. Showing you, he ain't ready to go home, Bob. Just like he used to tell you in the past, I ain't ready to go home.
Made his last 5. Let's see what he got in a second.
This halftime is presented by the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 5. Visit HyundaiUSA.com.
Hello?
Hi, I'm Gemini.
Okay, can we talk about this photo I just took?
Sure, just add it and we'll talk.
Can you take a look at this giant hole?
That hole is easier to repair than it looks. Okay, let's talk about how to get rid of that spider.
Run that back, Gemini.
Attach the braces to the support beam.
Attach what to what? Go back a step.
No problem. Let's go back to step 3.
We're only on step 3?
Mountain Lake. 12 flames so bold, the whole life. Dipped in the lake, man, that ranch is deep. Blue crispy tendons, ring of flex, wing stop.
How long do you think you'll be there?
Bipolar 1 can overwhelm your mind. Sometimes depressive lows and unpredictable highs can make it hard to get out of your head. Finding relief may help you break through. Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. Vraylar isn't approved for elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion which may feel life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements which may be permanent. High blood pressure which can lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may cause difficulty moving, tremors, slow or uncontrolled body movements, restlessness and feeling like you need to move. Sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common.
I don't know, maybe Stephanie is the lesser evil.
Vraylar. Breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
Big, bigger. Yeah, how big is your face?
Yeah, Chewies. The question isn't which came first. It's who gets to take home that adorable little Reese's egg.
Oh. Just got an online offer from Carmex to sell his mom band. This was the greatest day of my life. Oh, this day of my
What you looking at, babe?
Cars on cars.com.
What's wrong with this one?
I just got promoted, so I'm looking for something more.
After like Why should I kids?
2 million cars, 2 million possibilities. Cars.com. Where 2 minutes?
Japan Silhouette's protection is more breathable, so you can say yes to being unstoppable. Upgrade to the kind of protection that works as hard as you do.
You know what I'm saying? She kind
Japan,
of
the only thing stronger than us is you.
tries to win you everything she can get out of it.
Welcome back to the SoFi NBA Play-In Tournament. Winner of this game moves on to play Memphis Friday night for the 8th seed. And right now it's all Mavs, 71-48 over the Kings.
So you go work 7 to 9 and come back at 12:45.
Scored 44 points on 8 threes. Sacramento had 3 more turnovers than field goals. I'm not sure
I mean, that's a
Sacramento could have been any worse in that second quarter. Not sure that Dallas could have played any better.
I think that about sums it up. It was a clinic in the second quarter. Dallas's defense really frustrated Sacramento offensively. And then on the other end, they were so
Not a sorry, this should be no traffic. Everybody should be at work by then. But I don't know.
I spoke to Doug Christie, the head coach of the Kings, and he talked about how his team's got to play better defense. Full stop. Said allowing the Mavs to take the fight to them with their pace and on offense. He said they need to not play out of their minds and play with more control. No turnovers, and as you guys mentioned a moment ago, 10 of those in the second quarter he said was inexcusable. They knew what Dallas was going to do and couldn't stop it, and they need to figure out a way to do that here.
You feel like shit. More content calling out Friday.
And the West rolling. Earlier tonight on ESPN, Miami went into Chicago, blew out the Bulls, and right out
But not that you even do feel bad.
essentially the Kings. AD, 12 points, 8 in the final 2.5 minutes of that second quarter. Foul here on Keon.
I'm not calling out Friday, but not working Friday.
That home environment, they're ready to get going. You got to give them a reason to do that. And in both cases, what you saw Miami do in Chicago in that first game took the crowd out of the game and takes the energy out of the building. And that's what Dallas did in that second quarter.
Quick substitution here for Sacramento. And Ellis going to get his fourth foul.
Going to the job,
How would you assess Anthony Davis in his first half?
yeah, I want
And his postseason debut for the Mavs.
I want to make sure.
Against great
The guy that had my job
I
before,
thought Sacramento's defensive game plan
last 2 weeks
was fantastic. And then what happened? The supporting cast loosened things up.
My job is
How well they played
somebody in my
offensively finally allowed Anthony Davis to operate with some comfort in the late stages of the second quarter.
They want to let you know it's not going to be like, oh, let's make sure when we pay his bills before we follow him.
He was going to get going after going scoreless last year. And this play-in tournament as a member of the Warriors here in Sacramento. No basket, foul on the floor.
That's a little random, what I just said.
Keegan Murray, 2 quick fouls on Sacramento. Just over a minute gone by here in the third quarter.
The biggest difference between the two teams is that Dallas is winning every one-on-one on the perimeter, and they're just breaking down the defense repeatedly. There's not enough size at the rim for Sacramento. Dallas hasn't allowed that on their end.
Davis with the lob, the throw down by Lively. And the lead is 25 now for the Mavs.
That's that two-big lineup that Jason Kidd wanted to see, and the connection. And you're going to see more and more of that going forward as long as these guys get to share time on the court.
Sabonis couldn't handle the pass from Levine. Sabonis just 5 points, 2 of 8. Levine, 8 points, 3 of 8.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Anthony Davis gets downhill. He got one big on the floor for the Kings. You know, DeMar DeRozan is not going to be big enough to make that rotation and get up there for that lob against Lively.
Sabonis with 5 turnovers. He has as many turnovers as points. Empty possession there for the Mavs. Lively unable to score. The Memphis Grizzlies await the winner of this game.
I would say we said
to Golden State. Warriors will play Houston in the first round. And then the Friday night's game between one of these two teams, and the Grizzlies will then play the Thunder in the 1-8 series in the West. Lively from Washington has the night that time. Murray ahead of the pack, got bumped, and will shoot 2.
Haven't been too many opportunities for Sacramento to run at all. Fortunate to get that Lively miss on the dunk, and they finally had some was important after the trade and all the noise around it, if he could, to get back onto the floor and help this team down the stretch.
And there were some that thought part of the motivation to get back as quickly as possible was because of his relationship with Nico Harris and the GM.
But you got a Friday morning or
He
Saturday
has had
morning?
a relationship with Davis for a long time.
Makes a lot of sense. And look, he hasn't been really himself offensively in only 9 games back. He's still finding that rhythm.
Here's George with more.
Dave Blaze, not only just the relationship with Nico Harrison, as you see AD hit another three there, it's also the relationship he had with Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd was an assistant coach with the Lakers when Frank Vogel was the head coach, and Anthony Davis and them all won a championship together in the bubble. And not to mention the personal pride. There's a lot of chatter about this trade, obviously, about how Doncic went to the Lakers. AD wants to prove to people that he's still one of the elite players in the sport.
Well, that is why the Mavs got him. I mean, they can talk all they want about the importance of team defense winning championships, but you don't trade a player like Doncic and just do it for defense. They're anticipating Davis to give them a big lift on offense.
So that, and he's been focal point at other stages of his career. The championship with the Lakers, he's really the focal point of the finals. So he can handle that burden, and that's exactly what they brought him in here to do.
Sabonis with the basket.
I like the 740.
Back to a 22-point game, 7.5 to go here in the third quarter. Najee Marshall had a really good first half, 9 points. He turns it over there. 3-on-1 for Sacramento. DeRozan with the easy finish, and Jason Kidd sensing a shift in momentum. Calls a timeout.
No, those are the old white man logos. I like those. I like the ones you said in 1906. I like those.
ESPN is the official sportsbook of ESPN. Get in on training parlays, daily profit boost, and exclusive talent markets all season long. New customers can bet $10 to get $100 in bonus bets and 30 days of ESPN Plus. Scan the QR code to download the app today.
740 look all right.
Imagine having ESPN Sportsbook app that links to the ESPN app so you can track bets while you check stats. Go from streaming to betting in a couple tabs. Personalized offers based on your fantasy team.
You're literally describing ESPN Bet, which exists.
It'd be a total game changer.
I've been wanting to move out since high school.
It's one of my best ideas.
ESPN Bet, the official sportsbook of ESPN. Sign up today and receive $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 bet.
3, 2, 1, go. They're on the brink of war. I bet you break easy. Not that easy.
I'm going to take the rest of the week.
When is a house more than a home?
Yeah.
When it opens next door for your kids. Turn your home equity into cash by refinancing with Rocket Mortgage. Get started at rocket.com.
Running away or something.
Legendary.
The ones that's in Daniel.
This can control top stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story worth
So I
telling.
wonder what happened to the ones that's in Daniel.
Here's the 50 years of Military.
I love dirt, especially in spring. Here's Martha Stewart talking about dirt again. Well, this is my favorite time of year. We do the same thing every year. Organic soil, potty plants, feeding everything really well. And I'm going to get incredible results. Huh? What's going on here? Oh, so that's it.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Beautiful offense by the Mavs. If you look at tonight's driven performance, brought to you by Duncan.
It's simple, and it's making the right read. Get 2 on the ball, and then you just play to the weak side.
Davis with 19 points, 3 3-pointers. And it's not just Davis and the starters and Clay, it's the bench as well. 22 first-half points and 11 assists for the reserves for the Mavs.
I usually say something I hate when like, let's say you send me a video and I start scrolling after I watch what you send me. I don't know, but somehow I'll go to something else.
Levine trying to get on track, puts it on the floor, drives and scores out the window.
There's your first challenge. I mentioned getting into the teams. They've done that. Now it feels different than a lot different than a 25-point game. Their energy is there right now. Defensively, they're getting some early opportunities as a result at the other end.
And they're going to call a foul here on the Wild. Davis' three is short. Rebound DeRozan. Davis now 6 of 16 overall from the floor. DeRozan jump stop. Missed it off the back rim. Midway point of the third. 26-point deficit is down to 18 for the Kings. Axel throws it away. Sabonis ahead to Carter. And a breakaway slam from Carter makes it a 16-point game.
Well, again, the runouts help. When you have a big deficit, you're not going to do that playing half-court basketball. They're getting numbers in the open floor and converting right now.
10 straight for the Kings. They double Davis, puts up a shot. He was fouled. He almost made it up the window. He'll shoot two. 15 foul on the Kings. And Doug Christie is signaling to the officials he wants to challenge this.
Not going to win it, I believe. And I don't think they win that, so that's smart to hold on to that. Sabonis came out there and just was a hard closeout. Makes contact with Anthony Davis as he's leaving the floor.
They do call that on Wiles. And back to your point there on Sabonis.
Probably not every. Anyway,
Catching plays that Sabonis has made tonight. Just times where he has not caught the ball. He's got 5 turnovers, just 3 for 9 from the floor. Hasn't a smart play on defense.
It hasn't looked comfortable at all, and it's because of the length and size he's seeing in the paint. It's got him confused. He had some very indecisive plays in the first half. But Sabonis is really playing well, hitting rhythm. Everything is straight downhill and taking the action right to you and finishing at the rim. He has not been able to get those shots off, but as a result, his whole game is off right now.
Meanwhile, Anthony Davis 6 of 6 at the line. He's got 21 points. 17 of those have come in the last 9 minutes. He had a rough patch, late first, early second, where he went 0 for 5 for the floor, but right now Davis is the leading scorer in the game. Here's DeRozan off the bounce, well defended. Shot clock at 4. Levine. Good defense, Christie. Levine now smashes it through from 20 feet.
And he was comfortable that he could get that off over Christie. He felt he had the length and he knows he's got that lead back for the jumper.
Another Sacramento foul, more free throws for the Mavs. Washington will go to the line this time. DeRozan, third foul. Mavs are 15 of 16 at the free throw line in the game. The only miss by Gafford in the first half.
A play defense without fouling is a
might go back on 07 already.
Sacramento has got to do a much better job of contesting shots without fouling at the end.
Take a look at the NBA national television schedule. The SoFi NBA play-in tournament continues Friday night on TNT. Miami and Atlanta, right here on ESPN. Memphis against the winner of this game. For more, go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Who do you think?
And, they play both ends of the floor. Great balance, great Dante Exum now, also getting in on the act. First with the floater, and then the open three. Dallas trying to hold off the Kings.
Lesson number 23. You know you built different. Your name is Shoe After.
Ooh, these are fire. No.
You got that much cheddar?
I'm made with cheddar. Want it? Need it? Cheese it.
Always good. Kings, when they sweat the technique.
Someone else's.
You need 15. Get out of the pool.
It matters where you stay. Conrad Hotels and Resorts. Hilton for the stay. Kieran's about to retire. Here's what's going into her retirement.
There's us. She raised us on her own.
And here's as my roller derby wife.
Great. Miss Knowles, she's open.
She's a mother.
I think we turned out all right.
She's a friend.
Our mothers can tell stories.
She's a teacher.
She may be retired, but she's not done.
I'm never gonna stop.
Retirement is the sum of your life's work. Now what? Get income for life and protect your life's work with Prudential.
Here. Told you needed the best spot.
The all-new Nissan Armada, starting at $57,520.
Why the wrong silent?
Washington Wilson County.
Why you thinking that? You look like you were trying to hear it.
The Hockey Night doubleheader begins Thursday at 7 on
You look like you're trying to hear it because of college, man.
The NBA playoffs start Saturday right here on ESPN and ABC with a quadruple header. Bucks Pacers followed by Denver Clippers, Pistons Knicks, and Lakers Wolves on ABC at 8:30 Eastern Time. Detroit's first playoff appearance since 2019. Luka Doncic making his Laker playoff debut.
All of those are tasty. I don't even know where to start, but let's talk about T-Wolves Lakers. Now, Anthony Edwards last year in the first round, he got to take out a legend in Kevin Durant. Now he's got to take on two of them with the Lakers. And Minnesota played really well down the stretch, particularly defensively. That's going to be fascinating to see what they have in store for that two-man attack with the Lakers.
And how much does Doncic's success against Minnesota's defense last year in the conference finals play a role in what he might be able to do this year?
I think it matters. Look, I think that the type of athletes they threw it didn't really affect him a year ago, and now he's got the ultimate running mate, LeBron James.
Here's Christie on the spot up. His three no good. Gafford gets the rebound inside, and a loose ball foul call on Gafford for clearing out. That's his second foul. We were talking about this before the game. I know you think there are a number of those series that could go 6 or maybe even 7. Really good matchups in this opening round.
I love them, and particularly the two we know that we have set up in the East of that 4-5-3-6. Both of those, Milwaukee, Indiana, could be really a long, dramatic, competitive series, and I'm really looking forward to that young Pistons defense going up against the Knicks.
30 more wins than last year. DeRozan hangs and puts it in. What a job by J.B. Bickerstaff and his staff. For the job done with that Piston team. 3-minute mark
allow him to have a side to himself as big as he is and how much he loves to operate out of the spin. He is going to get something quality for himself virtually every time in one-on-one coverage with a whole side of the floor.
While on Christie, team's third, DeRozan recently moved into 25th all-time on the
Has played very well with the opportunity he's been given tonight.
The Mavs have now made 16 straight free throws. Lead back to 19. Lyles in the paint. Comes up short. Washington looking at wrong. Dallas with numbers. The block was off the mark, though.
Get 30 to 50% off almost everything. It's Old Navy.
IHG Hotels and Resorts. You can explore the neighborhood. Club for today. Lunch with IHG. Yeah.
This summer must-have spring dresses for $20 at Target. Cars don't have to be hidden, but Derma can help you and your cars hold money back.
Hey, Bob, let's take a look at the next Star Watch brought to you by Booking.com. Tyler Hero, he certainly was a hero and star. This was.
Man, plus Hero is the man. 8 for 8 to start the game. He had it on all 3 levels. Use pain, be consistent, family to charge defense.
Don't let shooters get going. Don't let guys like this get going, and then it makes it look real easy.
One more in there.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the deal is actually over.
Good, bro. Why you hang up on me, bro? I wasn't, bro. I was telling you facts. LeBron averaged 20. Hop on that UFC. Playing that broke shit. Hop on that UFC. But nah, bro. I'm saying, man, LeBron averaged 28.6 against Kobe. Like, it's a fact. What you want me to say? They played 22 times. LeBron won 16. And the first 3 times, and three of Kobe wins, against LeBron, he had prime Shaq. What you mean? No, they never faced. They never faced. Why? Why is bullshit? Bro, you said but you the one that said Kobe dropped him off in the All-Star game. How come the All-Star?
How come the All-Star game counts, but real games don't count? You're not making sense, bro. You can't move with the goalposts, and it matter when you want it to matter. You brought up All-Star game, Olympics. You can bring up all that stuff, but actual NBA games don't matter. Bro, bro, D Wade, bro. D Wade was the MVP of that team. Everybody know that, bro.
Try one of these. That is the best buffalo wing in the county.
I mean, Kobe came in. Kobe was that. Hey, bro, I'm agreeing with you. Kobe came in and he was that veteran leader that they needed. The MVP of the redeeming team was Dwayne Wade. Bro, D Wade averaged like 25. D Wade averaged like 25. He averaged like 25. Bro, they swept him. The Mavericks swept him. The Mavericks swept the Kobe. Oh, sure. Hey, honey, I'm dancing. They would. Why, but you don't say that. You don't. Doesn't always have function. They want. Oh, no, blind guy. Oh, wait. The Heat beat that on the team. And they beat the Spurs. How? They went to two finals back to back. They had Kawhi. Bro, that team was good. That team had Kawhi. That team had. Bro, they had Danny Green. They had George Hill. Patty Mills. He won. They won the chip. The Lakers. They won a chip. Danny Green didn't go to Cleveland. Well, he had him in LA and won the chip, nigga. And everybody knows. And Danny Green, even though Danny Green with the Spurs, that nigga was poor man's Klay Thompson, nigga. After that, he was me. With the Spurs, that nigga was Klay Thompson before Klay Thompson. That nigga, he wasn't missing shit. But I'm just saying, man, LeBron gave you what, man, Kobe 30 on the average side. This nigga Brandon Williams be hooping a little bit, don't he? You seen that nigga, Pete? That nigga he kind of shifty, bro. He quick. Nah, nigga, we get. I don't know though. I don't know. Playoff nigga. Playoff run, bro. He's gonna have triple double. And what is Steph win? Steph better than LeBron if he win? But this is what I find interesting. Let's say you do. You know, you Jordan heads, y'all think the logic. Oh, LeBron had more talent than Steph on playing with. Prime Clay. Prime Draymond. Draymond, who is the smartest defender of this era. Highest defensive IQ since I don't know who the fuck. Prime KD.
He had Boogie when he was still hooping a little bit. Now he got Jimmy Butler. He had Jordan Poole. I'm just saying. Let's see, niggas want to pull that shit. Steph always had a squad. Steph ain't never. Look though. The only one where you could say he was like, he carried and was Cinderella was that last year. What, 2022? 2021? Whenever that was, like the Celtics. But nigga, he's always had a squad, bro. Still, regardless, he had a squad. I'm just saying, niggas. Yeah, he haven't, but he had Tom KD. He wasn't losing, bro. You telling me you give LeBron KD any point in his career? That's a chip. It don't matter who else on the team. It's a chip, bro. KD, thing about KD is he needs that other nigga with him. He can't be the nigga though. He want a chip. What's going on here? Yeah, it's real nice. Hey, it's nice when your running mates is Steph and Klay Thompson. You be the nigga who running mates is J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert. No, that's tough. That's tough. And he lost. And he lost like 4 to, didn't they beat them 4-1? You know, when you if he done joined the 73-9 team, LeBron has 6 rings. That's what you say, bro. You call LeBron ass, but you love the point guard that can't shoot and an era of shooting. Westbrook, LeBron can't shoot. LeBron can't shoot. LeBron can't shoot. Look, he not no lethal shooter from three. I'm not saying that. But LeBron can heat up and hit about 3-4 threes in a row, bro. Like, cut it out. Can Russell Westbrook do that? No, one of your favorite players. Hey, can KD get triple doubles like niggas around him better? Be on defense, calling out plays? No. One of your favorite players. Can Michael Jordan facilitate? Can Michael Jordan dribble with his left hand? No, that's your goal. Michael Jordan like black? Does Michael Jordan like black people, his own people? No, that's your goat. What that nigga say? What he say when they asked him to endorse the black man? He said, "Oh, Republicans buy sneakers too. Fuck that nigga." Is that fact or my bullshit, or is that fact? Man, LeBron stand up for his people and don't give a fuck, nigga. Yeah, he do. Nigga, that's the business. That's the business, nigga. That's the business. If some cops, if some cops fuck with AD and harass AD wrongfully, he go speak on it. Nigga, if a black man run for mayor in Cleveland, he go back. I don't care what he done did. I can never like a nigga be a fan of a nigga that don't even like me. And he black like me. Some niggas, he hates black people. He don't like black people. Not my goat. Not my goat. That's why LeBron is great. LeBron is a hero. LeBron a hero. Darvin Ham is ass. Darvin Ham is ass. He ain't fired him. Darvin Ham ass. Man, they get rid of him, bro. Stop it. Stop it, bro. Stop it. He got Tyrone Lue his job. Got Darvin Ham his job. And who the coach for the Kings? The Kings, did they fire him or he still they coach? The black dude. Nah, they fired him. Bro, LeBron got him fired. LeBron didn't get him fired from Cleveland, but LeBron the reason that man gets jobs, child. What are you talking about? And you like a nigga who the number 2 dribble pull-ups. And that nigga hate black folks. Said, I don't want niggas buying my sneakers. They feel like that nigga can't shoot. Well, not beyond 20 feet. They moved that 3-point line in, didn't he? He go back to Steve Kerr. Hell no. Hell no. That ain't being a playmaker. Passing out a double team. Passing out a double team ain't being a playmaker. Passing out a double team don't make you a playmaker. That'll make you no playmaker. Facilitator, bringing the ball to the court, moving niggas around and getting the nigga open and dishing it. Doing that 12 times a game, that's a playmaker. Really doing it 15, 20 times a game, because niggas only hit the shot 12 times. That's a playmaker. Oh, look, I wasn't talking about this. Like I said, Kobe this, Jermaine Gates the third. RP. You know, so I'm supposed to talk. I'm not a fan, but I respect greatness. And the best of it, a lot of these sports. So I respect.
I help everybody at Agent Force, powerful AI sales force. AI would have automatically prepared me for the right thing. Hours ago.
You going to the gym, bro?
What is dead?
Yeah, I'm about to do some with Larry to finish these niggas off. Dropping my body right for you.
further down the standings in the West are on the line. So it's not just